What is going on, everybody? Oh, why my mic seems so far away? Hold on, y'all. I'm sorry. There we go. I have to do a little readjusting there. Lord, everything is so out of order. My God. All right. Thank you, everybody, for joining in for another episode of the Man of Real Talk podcast. I am your host with the most, Mr. Michael Wiley, saying greetings and salutations. So, all of you, our faithful followers and listeners, look, y'all already know we appreciate all the likes, the shares, the clicks, and the downloads, and whatever it is that you do to support this podcast. We just say thank you because we don't take it for granted, and we appreciate it because we know that you can dedicate your time and to any and everything else, but you decide to hang out with us, and we appreciate that thing. Sure do appreciate it. Now, for those of y'all that's joining us for the first time, I want to say welcome and thank you. And for those that's coming back for another help, and we say welcome back because your boys is back on the air with the Man Up Real Talk podcast for the people. And joining me as always is my right hand man, the man with the master plan.
I'm back.
Look at him. Like Roman Reigns, acknowledge me.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Mr. Philip Hines, aka Mr. Classic, aka OG Triple OG, who is definitely and always in the building. What's going on, my friend?
What's going on, bro? How you feel, brother?
I am doing great, sir. It's another Friday, so we thank God for that. We thank God for another episode of the podcast. You know what else I thank God for, man?
What's
I
up?
thank God for 6 years, bro.
Six of them.
Come on. That deserves an applause. That deserves an applause. Listen, we have been doing this for 6 years, and I thank God for that. Anybody that's a content creator, y'all already know how sometimes it be some moments where you just be like, I don't even want to do it, but you stick with it for whatever reason, and and it's I just thank God that He has given us the wherewithal and the consistency to do what we have been doing now for 6 years, and we've grown, and it's funny because sometimes the numbers don't always indicate your growth, but there have been people who I didn't even know watched the show has come up to us and was like, "Yo, man, look, I watched your show, man, and I enjoyed it, and this, that, and the other, and talk about whatever subject it was that we were talking about on that day." I mean, and the messages I sometimes get on Facebook from people who I don't talk to on a daily basis, but they will reach out and say, "Hey, man, I checked out your show. Y'all show is dope," or whatever the case may be. And I thank God for that, because He helped us to stay the course. There was there was a particular image that I wanted to put forth with our show. We could have very easily went a different route, and it was a route that I just didn't want to go because everybody is doing it, and
Nah.
I just didn't want us to be just another hood ghetto, you know, that type of podcast. And I'm not knocking it because, it's part of who we are, right? I mean, some of that stuff is part of who we are. It's family members, it's friends, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not knocking it, but that's just not what I wanted to do. And I thank God because, this has given me a sense of purpose, and I have a clear definition of what it is that we want to accomplish. So I just thank God. I thank God for those of you that's been here since day one. We thank you all for the support. For those that's followed us from audio and making the leap over to live video, we appreciate y'all. And all the people that will come, that's going to come later. I thank God for the audience that's soon to come. So just another 6 years. Phil, I just want to say it on record, man. I appreciate you because you've been down from the very beginning, man, when we just had the cell phone and the little mic, the little lapel mic that was sitting in the middle of the table, and
They'll never understand the struggle, Mike.
they won't understand the struggle, man. Just going from that and looking to where God has brought us, and now it's like we all fancy schmancy with graphics and little things scrolling on the bottom and logos
We
and all
came a
that
long
stuff.
way, bro.
We've come a long way, man, and it's something to be proud of. Like I stopped referring to our podcast as our little podcast. You know what I'm
No, man.
saying? It's like, we may not have the audience that some podcasts have, but
We
I
have an
believe
audience, Mike. It's just not in the video world.
that's okay. But I believe that the audience that we have is the audience that we were
And
supposed
I
to have.
appreciate. I know. I will. I'll let you finish. Then I say what I have to say.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying. I just believe that the audience that we have is the audience that we were supposed to have, and this is the audience that we were meant to service. And I believe that those who need the conversation that we have will find us, and it'll get to the people that it needs to get to, because that's just how God works. You know, sometimes one of the hardest things about doing this is sometimes you don't find the support from where you expect it to come from, right?
Exactly.
Like you expect the support to come from friends and to come from family, but a lot of times it ain't even your friends and your family that's really watching. It's the people that you ain't never met and they never talked to. And them the ones that's reaching out was like, yo, man, I appreciate you, or I watched this, or whatever. Um, just like the young man, his name escapes me right now.
Kenya,
Kenyon. He's been following us since
the
I
audio
don't.
days.
Yeah, like I don't even. Like he's been following us forever, and he, like he said, he just happened across us on Apple, on iTunes, and he's just been following us ever since that time. So,
Where
to
was we
be
at again, Mike? Where was we at again?
what you
Where did he
mean
catch us at? Where he catch us at? Catch us
on
at again?
iTunes. We
Yeah.
was we was on iTunes, and but I just wanted to just take this time out, and I'm gonna let Phil have his say, because you know doing anything for 6 years is that's a long shoot. It's some relationships that ain't lasted for 6 years. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, we've been doing this for we've been doing
We
this for
like a
6 years.
dysfunctional
We're
marriage.
like a dysfunctional marriage, bro. It's crazy. We did audio, but the dope thing is that we did the audio for about 3 years, and then we made the transition over to video and everything. And the Lord has just blessed. I even go back every now and again to look at some of our old episodes, and I just, dude, I'm humbled at just how far we've come.
Got
From
content. We got we
man,
got we have content. I'm talking about you we can go back. We
yeah,
got
we can
content.
we can go back, man. So it's crazy. I mean, some of the stuff that people are talking about now, we were talking about in some of our earlier episodes, man. And I'm
Yeah.
I'm 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 proud. I'm proud of what we have and what we've created. And I just believe that the Lord is going to continue to just bless this show and bless the audience and bless the conversations that we have, because it's needed. Like we changed up even our motto. We kind of changed it up a little bit, because now we understand the importance of how it is. Like hopefully, our thing now is that we want the people to listen, and in the process of them listening, we hope that they laugh a little bit, and we hope that they hear something that helps them cope a little bit, and in the
Mhm.
process just be able to just live, man. And that's really the whole reason why I do this thing. So if it's one person that hears it and they get something out of it, then we did our job. And so I just thank God for 6 years. And like I said, Phil has been down from the very beginning, and I know he has his POV, he has his point of view of everything. And go ahead and speak your piece, man.
No, just piggybacking off of you, man. I'm really proud of our consistency. How we kept how we stayed to it. We stayed. We kept pushing no matter what. We didn't let like just like we didn't know about the audio games. We didn't let who was listening stop us. We
Yeah.
not letting watching the views stop us. We're gonna keep going because with consistency, it's something that's great at the end. because we
Yeah.
keep going. We haven't stopped yet. So evidently, it's something coming for us. But I have to say, I gotta say to you, brother-in-law, thank you, man. And when I'm saying thank you for trusting me. You know what I'm saying? When you came to me about it, like back in years, and I had just started watching podcasts. So you came to me, and I was scared at first because this what did it wasn't me to be all doing all that talking. So I also want to thank you for giving me a voice. You know what I'm saying? Because I wasn't no chatty dude like this. But I'm still now only get chatty on Friday nights when we do this. But anyway, I thank everybody, our day ones, you know what I'm saying, that's been
Yeah.
with us. Thank y'all.
Yeah, man.
I
Oh,
thank
absolutely. Leonard,
yeah,
he was on the first couple of
yeah,
episodes.
yeah,
Jason,
yeah.
Jason Parks was really a catalyst for me doing this, man, and I appreciate him, and I always appreciate him for that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's some other people, like, I mean, like our wives, they supported it.
Mm-hmm.
I remember the first time we recorded. I had got our poster made, a little logo for our poster, and
Remember?
we was at the in-laws house, and man, they
We
had
did
set it up.
they corned beef.
Yeah,
They gave us
yeah.
corned beef.
They had it
They
set up
set it up.
like a nice little studio, man. It was
Our,
real.
our
So that
first show ever.
our
Our
first
first
one.
show
So
ever.
that stuff that speaks volumes, man. And I'll always remember that, just that bit of support. Even Mitzi, Mitzi has been down
Oh, I love Missy Pooh.
from day one. Like, and she's always supported
Love
it. I
Pooh.
don't think she's missed an episode since we've been
Now
doing it.
Missy Pooh is there and she's like the first one is always
First
there.
one. I mean, it's so we definitely, and even those now, like I see Elena, I appreciate
Hey
her.
niece, what's going
Yeah,
on, Lena?
she comes in, and I would have never thought Elena wanted to hear anything I'm talking about. I'm an old guy, and she of this younger generation, and I'm like, but it's there's something that she finds interesting, and I appreciate that.
Exactly.
You
But
know,
Mike, when you say, I tell you this all the time, I don't want to be a ghetto podcast. I don't
no,
want to be no hood podcast. I don't be none of that. So yeah, sometimes we go off the rails and we're gonna continue to go off the rails. That's me and brother-in-law.
that's just what we do.
But we still try to keep it at a balance
Yeah,
because we still have to remember that we are two men who follow God.
absolutely.
So we're gonna go far, but we're gonna know how far to go with it. So you're never gonna see me on here, me and Mike on here with blunts in our mouths and drinking and talking about, yeah, that be that ace, this, that. That's not us.
Nah.
And I don't and like Mike said, I don't knock nobody because that's what sells.
Mm-hmm.
So get your money. But that's just something that I choose not to do. And I
Yeah.
tell Mike, I said, Mike, I don't never want us to get to the point where we feel that we have to conform into being like that.
Yeah.
But other
I
than that,
just don't
Mike,
want to do it.
yeah, but that's other than that, Mike, man, thank y'all, man.
Yeah.
Thank audio world. We bubbling. I've been telling Mike this for years. We bubbling in the audio world.
Yeah,
So thank audio
I mean,
world.
we've gotten over the last time I checked, and and I still am kind of hit and miss with uploading the newer stuff, but the last time I checked, over 30,000 downloads, dude. And that's, and people be like, 30,000 downloads, that's nothing, but for unknowns, that's a pretty decent
Man, listen.
number.
Oh, so what?
And I'm not
If you got 30, if you got 31,000, maybe you could tell me something.
right, so I appreciate
That's
all of
big for that.
y'all.
That's big for me and Brun Law because we
Yeah,
are, like you said, we are unknown podcast, and we are
yeah,
a podcast because podcast people don't know the definition of podcast is audio. The
yeah.
video is just some extra. Podcasts are audios. We have been a podcast since 2017. You can catch us on any
2017.
podcast. Open your phone up, Apple, Google, whatever. You're gonna catch us.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm proud of me and brother-in-law consistency. We're gonna go off the rail. We might go off the rail tonight. But thank y'all
A little
for
bit.
coming in and dealing with us.
Yeah. So we
Let's get it.
appreciate y'all. So everybody that's in the chat, I see Elena, I see Jackie, I see my wife Kelly. She's in here. I don't know who else is in here, but whoever else is in the chat, listen, I appreciate y'all. I love
Thank y'all.
y'all, and continue to like, tag, and share. That doesn't change.
Please.
Continue to like, tag, and share, please. Like, tag, and share this video and all that good stuff. What else before we get into the meat of the conversation? Oh, please forgive me if I look a little disheveled. I ordered
Oh
me
man.
I ordered me an
Ain't
electric shaver, another one, because
Yeah, then you had the one that you cut your hair with and everything.
for those of you all that have sons, you already know that once they start using your stuff, it don't last.
Oh, it's a wrap. Yeah, I forgot you got two hairy
It- it-
sons.
yeah, it's a
It's a
done deal.
wrap.
So
Yeah,
so
it's a
so
wrap.
that's that one was gone. So I had to give me a different one, a new one. And this one, I was like, I'm really excited about this because it's supposed to be better than the one that I had. So I was trying to, you know, make sure I had a little something to test it when I got it. So I'm like, I ain't gonna shave. I'm wait till I get my electric shaver.
I'm going to the big three, Sunday, so I ain't shaving or cutting my hair till tomorrow.
Yeah, look, she know they take everything. Look, and it don't matter because they used to take Kelly's deodorant and all that fluffy smelling deodorant like baby powder and unicorn poop and all that stuff, whatever that deodorant be smelling like. They didn't care. They would take it and use it. Dove body wash. I'm like, why y'all smelling like flowers running up out of here? What's really going on? Oh, this nice though.
Hey
And I'm like,
man,
oh
don't put
Lord.
my nephews on blast, man. Relax. Put my nephews them on blast
I'm
like
just
that.
glad I started buying some men's body wash. I'm like, yeah, now y'all smell like men. You smell like jet fuel and punching. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I was glad when that transition happened. But yeah, they take everything, man. So excuse my appearance. I know I try to be clean when I come on because I don't want nobody looking at my wife talking about what's wrong with her. She don't take care of her man, and he looking all disheveled, like like he trying to channel his inner hobo or whatever the case may be. I try to make sure I keep up my appearances. You understand what I'm saying? When you're a big guy, look, that's pressure. People don't understand. See, y'all skinny people got it easy. Yeah, y'all got it easy. Don't be making that face. Y'all got it easy. When you're a big guy, it's extra pressure on you because people automatically assume that just because you're a big guy, you don't know how to dress and all the other stigmas that go along with it. Bump that. You ain't gonna never catch
Hey
me.
man.
You ain't gonna never catch me out there, bogus. I refuse, son. I ain't doing it.
My man Biggie said black and ugly as ever. However, I stay Gucci down to the
To the
socks.
socks.
Rings and
Rings and
watch
watch
filled with
filled with
rocks.
rocks.
So hey man, listen. It's all about you carry yourself, bro.
Yeah, man.
Size don't mean nothing no more. Size really never meant anything.
That's right. Stop talking about big guy season. Look, we in season all year long.
Yeah, man.
Talking about shit. They used to kill you. Get a big guy when it get cold. Forget that. Do y'all know we good all through the year? Yeah, we can keep you warm in the wintertime, but you know what? In the summertime, you know what we can do? Cover you with some shade.
All right, Mike. See, you always got to take stuff to the. You always got to take stuff to the 10th power,
I'm just
Mike. Relax,
saying.
man.
You need a little shade? I got you. I got you.
He said, I got you. Hey man, listen, we ain't even started yet, Mike.
Look,
come on, man.
You don't want to go.
Back.
You don't want to go outside. I'm cool. Look, I enjoy long, slow, romantic walks to the refrigerator. Let's go. You want some ice cream? I got you. Springtime.
I can't even drink my water, man.
Springtime come. It rains 9 times out of 10. Our coach is big enough for both of us to fit in. I got you. It get a little windy. You know you ain't going nowhere if I'm holding you down because I'm basically an anchor. I got you. We seasonal, baby. That's all I'm saying.
That nigga said I'm an anchor.
About big guy season. But forget that. We in season year round.
Man.
That's all I'm saying. Once they feel, hit that shade.
Oh my God, man. Oh my God.
That made me laugh right there. That's funny. Look, while she walking, is what you doing. Oh Lord. That made me laugh.
Oh Oh my God, man! You got my.
Oh, Lord Jesus. You go to the beach, you don't like getting wet. That's all right. Lay right down in front of the water. I'm blocking
Oh my
everything.
God!
That's how we get down, son. I'm just saying. Look, multi-purpose. It ain't just for staying warm. We are multifaceted.
Come on, man. Let's get to the pod, man. You doing too much right now, Mike. You doing too much.
Look, man. So, before we this is an example for those of y'all that don't know of us going off the rails.
Yeah, we
It
went
just
off the rail
happens.
too soon, though, y'all. We went off the
Yes,
rail
we
too
normally
soon.
wait a little bit until we get into the show. But look, man. So I'm watching Boys in the Hood the other night, right?
Great movie. Great movie.
It's a great movie. Great movie. Watching Boys in the Hood. And one particular scene that, you see all the time. When they going, this is after Ricky done got killed, and Cube and all them, they riding out because they get the guys that did it.
Oh, okay.
And they rolling, music playing, and Cuba looking out the window. And all of a sudden he says, Doe, let me out.
Yeah. Cause Furious be out rolling the balls.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
thinking about his father.
Pause.
Yeah, pause. 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 You right. Pause. Pause. Pause.
Oh Lord.
Pause. Yeah, I did
Like,
that
wait,
wrong.
what was he doing? Yeah, he
Pause.
is the metal balls that they used to have.
You know, the stress relaxer things.
Yeah, he wasn't rolling balls. It was like the
Okay,
anyway.
Mike.
Yeah,
Okay.
so that scene, so he's like, Doe, let me out. And Ice Cube looked at him and he kept driving. He said it again. He said, let me out, Doe. He looked at him and he pulled over to the side.
Let him out.
And he let him out. I didn't think much. I didn't think much about that, but there are two things that when I watched, I'm like, wow, And John Singleton, dude. First of all, I appreciate him, and I appreciate that movie. And I don't know if this is something that he meant, but this is like I said, and I've watched Boys in the Hood so many times, and I never really thought about that scene. But it was two things that stood out to me about that scene. Number one, when he said, let me out, Cube gave him the side eye at first, and he kept driving. But then that second time when he said, let me out, he just looked at him and he pulled over to the side and he let him out. Notice, not one time did he talk about him, right? He didn't call him he ain't say you was scared, no Mark, no Punk. He ain't say none of that stuff. He didn't say nothing. He just pulled over and he let him out. Now, why was that? Why did that stand out to me? That stood out to me as to say, you know what? You have to know the people that you associate with.
Exactly, Mike.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Be mindful of the people that you associate with. And I know, and I knew exactly. And see, exactly. This is exactly what I'm saying. He knew that just wasn't him.
Exactly, Elena. Cube knew that wasn't that he
He
really he wasn't about that life.
he wasn't
That wasn't
he
him.
wasn't about that life. Look, and I'm sure he appreciated the fact that you wanted to roll with us because Ricky was your friend and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But Cube understood that that just what Trey just wasn't about that life.
Yeah, Cube knew that Trey that wasn't Trey. That wasn't
just
him.
Wasn't him. So he let him out without no resistance. He didn't say, "Hey man, you punk, why you ain't want to do this, that, and the other? You need to be rolling with us. We need to go handle our business." He ain't do none of that. He pulled over and he let him out because he understood that he just wasn't the guy to have with him to do whatever it was that they was going to do. He understood. He knew who he hung out with. Some of y'all need to know the folks that you got in your company. Because it's a lot of people that's claiming to be your friends. It's a lot of people that's claiming to be on your side. It's a lot of people that's claiming to be on your corner, and they ain't. They just not. And you need to know the people that you associate with.
Know your crowd, know your circle.
Know your crowd. And then also, even if they're not people that's going to do you harm, this is the second thing that stood out to me. He didn't take him with him because he knew that he wasn't about that life, right? Exactly. He knew that he also had a future ahead of him, and that street life wasn't for him. So he like, look,
Elena
man,
on point. She on
yeah.
point with it.
And here's another thing. Q Bow figured that if I did take him with me, knowing that he ain't about that life, he may be more of a liability. Understand what I'm saying?
I get it, young man. Come on.
He may be more of a liability than an asset. Why is that important? That says to me, stop trying to bring niggas with you that you know ain't gonna be of an asset to you. Too many times we trying to bring folks with us that don't want to go. They're telling you in so many ways, let me out, though. Let me out. And you still want them to ride along. You still want to try to bring them along with you. You still want to try to bring them along for the ride. And they're not going to be of a help to you. You have to be able to assess the people that you with, understand who you're rolling with, and know if they are going to be a liability or an asset to you. And if they're a liability, don't be afraid to let them out the car. And don't be mad at them. Just understand that they just ain't built the way that you need them to be built in order for you to get the job that you're trying to get done. Dude, that hit me like a ton of bricks last night. And do you know how many times I've sat up and watched that movie? I couldn't tell you how many times I watched that movie, but for some reason, that scene stood out to me last night and was just like, this is so dope. And I don't know if that's what John Singleton intended, but man, that's powerful imagery just in that one scene spoke volumes to me.
What John Singleton was trying to portray was, which it was both sides. It's your side and even on the side of Trey. Do you remember when Trey first came and his father was trying to make him get the leaves up?
Mm-hmm.
And he was telling him about Doughboy and Ricky. He's like, ain't no man over there. You're going to see how they become when they grow up. Right. Only a man can raise another man. So what John Singleton was trying to show was, he had came from a strong father where he knew right from wrong, even though he was mad at that moment. That's what they had when Furious was doing it with the massager thing.
Yeah.
You see it was going between him and it's going between Trey. And that's when Trey said, let me out, he stopped.
Yeah.
So it was showing that even though he wasn't about that, Q, and another thing, Q knew how his father was.
Yeah.
You know, you come from a good father. I didn't have all this.
Yeah.
You know, the way he was raising them. Even Q, no mama loved him. Maybe you could talk some of the Doughboy. Maybe you get some of whatever in you into him. Remember?
Yep.
Because Trey was the good kid.
Yeah.
You know, because his father, he had a strong father that raised him up with morals and all that. You know what I'm saying? So that's why Trey wanted to get out. Because he knew that that's something that even though it wasn't him, he knew that that's something that his father didn't raise him to do. And by Cube pulling over, Cube knew that wasn't his life. Plus, Cube knew where he came from.
Right.
That ain't even his daddy life. He came from a good father.
You know what? Though?
Exactly, Lena. A solid foundation.
He had that solid foundation. Dude,
exactly.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead and finish.
No, I'm done. I'm done.
No, y'all make an excellent point. You know what's funny? This is why it's important, and for those of us as believers who believe in the word, when the word said, if you raise up a child in the way that he should go, when he is old, he won't depart from it.
Yes,
So
sir.
there has to be a level of faith in what you put in your kids, that even in those situations, they are going to make the right decision. Now, they're not going to be perfect.
No
Parents,
one's perfect, Mike. No one.
right? Mom, he or she ain't going to be perfect. Dad,
No,
they ain't going to
no.
get it right
They're
all the
gonna make
time.
mistakes. Just like we made mistakes in our youth, they're gonna make mistakes in theirs.
They're going to make mistakes,
It
but
comes with life.
the hope is that what you put in them when the
Preach.
situation really comes up,
Tabernacle.
they're gonna make the right decision. And those
Church.
things, that foundation that his father that his father built with him, that stuff, he was just like, I can't do it. And I know he was heated. And I know he wanted to
Hmm.
get revenge for Ricky. I know he wanted to
Yeah.
get payback. But at the same time, he knew that that wasn't the way to do it.
Where he came, the cloth that he came from, it
He
wasn't
just wasn't
about that.
he just wasn't cut from that cloth. He was like,
So even though, like I said, he was mad, he was riding, but he started
mm-hmm.
thinking like, "No, this not what
Started
my
thinking,
father
like,
raised me.
man,
Let me out, though." And
let me
Doe knew
out.
what was up.
And Doe
Didn't
was
fuss
smart.
with him.
He was smart enough to know that he ain't built like this. I
He
ain't
told him
taking
the
him.
next morning. Remember, he told him next morning on the porch. I
Show
know
did.
you got out, bro.
He
You
said,
know
I
what I'm
know
saying?
why you,
He wasn't
cause
mad or nothing.
nah, cause he knew. Even after he killed the dude,
Hmm.
he look that stuff. Look, now I've never been in a situation like that, but I can't imagine taking another person's life. I would imagine that if you're not a complete cold-hearted psychopath, that stuff probably sticks with you.
Man, listen.
You understand what I'm saying? And he didn't want. I don't believe that. I believe that one, he didn't want that for him, and two, he understood that nah, he just ain't built for this, and I need
No,
to.
man.
I can't bring him along doing this because he's not gonna. He's not gonna be an asset to what we're trying to
But
do.
that also showed that Doughboy was a good friend.
He's a good friend. He was a good friend, and
He
like I said, man,
respected he respected him enough to know that, okay, let
come
me pull
on,
over. And
come
then
on.
next morning he told, I ain't tripping. I understand.
I ain't. I
You
understand,
know,
and he
you got
did.
a
And
future. You know, you got a I don't have a future,
man,
but
look,
you got a future. You my friend, so I'm not gonna let you mess your future up. This is me. This is what I do. You know, so that showed that he was a true friend and he respected Trey.
yeah. That's crazy, man. Just from that scene, I was like, wow. And
Yeah, powerful.
I never really looked at it from that perspective, but I appreciate that scene even more now because of just that and being able to see it from both sides. You know, understanding that Trey was raised a certain way and his upbringing didn't allow him to do that which I'm sure he probably felt he wanted to do. And on
Hmm.
the flip side of that coin, understanding that sometimes it's good to just let people out,
Yeah.
because they don't need to go along for the ride. Stop trying to take people along with you that ain't meant to go with you. And it's okay. You understand what I'm saying? Like, look, and I know a lot of us sometimes we want to take everybody with us. We want everybody to come along. We want everybody to like, come on, man. Nah. You want to bring everybody along with you, but
You
man,
can't.
look, you can't do it.
No.
You can't do it because everybody don't want to go.
To be honest, Mike, your trip is your trip. Your elevation is your elevation.
Yeah.
Now, if you choose to take people with you in your elevation, just make sure you take the right people with you. Because you take the wrong person, he can, and your elevation go real. You can start going down real quick. So you have to be
Mm-hmm.
very careful with the people that. Once you get a certain status in life, you have to be very careful with the people that you have around you.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Just
What you
like the
say?
John Moran thing.
Oh God. This too. What she
This
say? This is
this what
what he
did,
does,
but
but
he
he
had
had
more
more
passion.
passion. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
agree. I agree. What Jackie say?
I mean, but that was his brother, though. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, Even though they had just had that fight and all that, that was still his brother. You know
Scene
what I'm
from The
saying?
Last Dance was just what is? I don't think I've ever seen The Last. Is
What's
that
it?
a
I ain't never seen Say the
okay?
Last Dance,
Is that a
baby.
black movie? I should be
No.
watching.
You know, my wife don't watch black movies. My wife don't watch black movies. Hey, one black. You talking about the one black guy in it? Save the Last Dance one.
Wait, why you put her on
Who was
blast
in that
like that?
movie?
You said
Who was in that movie?
Julia Stiles and I forget the black guy's name. If that's the same movie,
Say the Last
ain't
Dance.
that the with the black guy and the white girl? Is that what that is? Y'all correct me if I'm wrong, because
Somebody, y'all, somebody tell us about Jackie. Come on, tell us who's about this Say the
hold
Last
on.
Dance in the comments.
Google. Let's see what they talking about. Say the Last Dance. I know it was a white girl in that movie because it's a movie.
I thought that was a white movie. Say the Last Dance.
I'm telling you, it was a white girl and a black dude that was in that movie.
Was
Yeah,
Kerry
yeah.
Washington in the movie?
Yeah, Julia Stiles and Sean Patrick Thomas as a
Dude
teenage.
from Barbershop.
Yes. So, as a teenage interracial couple in Chicago who worked together to help Stiles' character train for Juliet's school dance audition. So yeah, so he was chasing snow bunnies in the movie, and he helped her to get into Juliet, I guess, to help her dance. I don't
Oh,
know.
okay. I apologize, baby. It's not a white movie because it's like it's more black people that movie than white folks. But it still sounds a little commercial, i.e., white.
It's
Anywho,
let's just say it ain't along the lines of boys.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
You said anywho. Yeah, exactly, baby. It was definitely about a biracial couple. What did she say? Only Auntie Jackie.
Atlanta's only Auntie Jackie seeing the movie.
Out of the people that's in this conversation, I believe so.
Oh
Because I
man.
ain't never seen it. I'm like, Save the Last Dance. I'm like,
That's why I'm like, say the Last Dance. I'm like thinking like,
it sounds
is that
familiar,
the
but
movie with Kerry Washington in it? I
Kerry
said,
Washington.
I don't know.
No, that's Django.
Is that Django?
Yeah,
I
wasn't she
don't
in?
know.
She was in Django.
But that's a powerful movie, Boys in the Hood, man. I tell anybody, man. But you know what, Mike? In real life, Mike just said based in Chicago. In real life, you have fathers. See, everybody think in the hood ain't nothing. Everybody shooting everybody fighting every day.
You
You know,
ducking going to you
everybody on
ducking going to
drugs.
Starbucks. It's like, come on, man, it ain't that
Oh
bad.
man, you have fathers like Furious Styles in the hood that got that son. Everybody got one dude on the block that's a L7, but he cool with everybody because it's not like he's a wimp. It's just that he ain't about the gang banging.
Mm-hmm.
He trying to do what's right.
Okay,
You know,
admittedly, I've never seen The Wood. I'm
you ain't
sorry,
never seen the Wood.
never watched The Wood. I just
Stacy was the blood. Don't say my name, homie.
that's what she
That's the
was.
one
That's
he
what she was
whooped up.
talking about.
He whooped up on the old boy because the old boy hit his sister on the butt. Yeah, the wood, nice man. That was a good movie. That was a good movie. That was a good movie. That's back when Hollywood was just pushing out black movies. It was a good movie. Oh my Epps in it. Tay
What was
Diggs.
Morris Chestnut in it? Because he was in all the black
No,
movies back
Morris
then.
Chestnut wasn't in it. There's the other guy in it. Sanaa Lathan was in it.
I'm sorry. Listen,
Lisa Ray was
you'll be
in it.
you'll be shocked to know,
Yeah,
Elena, that
yeah.
there are a lot of
Mike
black
got
movies.
state property and paid in full mixed up.
There are a lot of black movies I just didn't watch. And it's not because I didn't think they were interesting. Well, no, that's a lie. I just didn't. I don't know.
I just don't like when black folks labeled black movies, cause you
But
know what I'm
that's what
saying. We
they
don't label
are.
we don't label white movies, man. We don't you know what
And
I'm saying.
why
We
is
don't
that
we
though?
don't
What
we
like
don't we always have to label movies about us, and it's not like I said, man. These hood movies, I know a lot of people don't call them ghetto and all that, but we have to be honest. There are neighborhoods where gangs go on, where folks sell drugs, where folks get shot.
I look
You
at it
know what I'm
like
saying?
this.
So,
I'm
I
sorry. Go ahead.
mean, you can't be quick to just say that's all they put out of us. But you love Tyler Perry, but shout out to him getting BET and
No,
VH1.
no, no,
Here we go.
no,
I can't get a
no,
man a shout out.
no, no. That I was going to talk about that, but I'm like, I'm not even going to give him time
Come
on.
on, man.
No, no,
I would have preferred
no.
Byron Allen to get it, but I'm still gonna shout out, man. I'm shout out the brother, man.
I'm not shouting out Tyler Perry because he didn't sat up there and finagled BET and TV
And
One.
VH1,
It was the VH1 or TV One. Which one is it?
VH1 and BET. But
Why?
like I say, it was already his channel, man, because every show on BET is his. Other than one or two, every show on BET is his. You go on BET Plus, and that's all Tyler Perry. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Salute the brother, man. You go from,
No, I
I know
can't.
I've been changed in every Crown Theater to owning
I mean, that's
two TV networks. I mean,
yeah,
that's
but he
I'm,
got
I'm
it.
not a fan of his, but I gotta salute it, man. I gotta salute that, man. I gotta
But
salute that. You
he
go from a
got it.
stage play to owning two networks. Like, you gotta salute that, Mike. You got to,
No, I
brother.
don't. I don't because you
Oh
know
my
why
God.
he because Phil he got it by pushing mediocrity. His shows are trash,
We
and I
know
hate.
this, Mike.
But
I know this. We
but
know
this is
this.
the problem that I have, and then we gonna move on. The problem that I have with him is that the stuff that he be pushing is absolute trash, and the fact that some of us sit up and watch it and be like, "Oh, did you see so and so?" No, I didn't see it because it's garbage, and I'm not gonna waste my time. Why? He admitted that he wrote 20 episodes in like 3 days. Who does that?
Come on, man. He started up House of Pain like it never went off there. Did nobody say nothing?
Like the House of Pain just never went off there, and all of a sudden it was
But
back
what's
on.
crazy about it was they rebooted House of Pain. They had moved out of town, and they had brought a laundry mat or something. Then it went off there, and then it came back. He do.
Look at this.
She's not lying.
Sisters,
She's not
Zatima,
lying.
Ruthless, Bruz. Bruz is the biggest steaming pile of
Yeah, bruh's hot garbage. That's all.
club
But
eating.
Elena, I'm talking about. It should be called, instead of BT Plus, it should be called Tyler Perry Plus. And then he got all his plays on there.
Is
All his movies. I'm talking about. You go on BT Plus, man. That's Tyler Perry land. Tyler Perry Studios.
I mean, look, I'm glad that he is, you can look at it as a positive thing and say, hey, he's employing black people. Okay, great. But then I look at the product and I'm like, this is because I'm gonna tell you exactly what it's like. It's like going to a black owned restaurant and they food is trash. You glad that it's a brother or a sister that owns the restaurant. It's like, hey, I'm proud of you. You own the restaurant, but your product is horrible. And I'm
Yeah,
probably not gonna support you because your product is horrible.
yeah, but I respect all, Mike. I agree with you on all you said, but I just respect, man. He built his own table from a stage play. So I gotta respect that, man. He built his own table from a stage play. And that's why I gotta respect about it. I gotta respect it. We always cry about how we need to build our own. And that's what that brother did. Now, yeah, did he go the cheap way? Yes, he did.
She said he getting paid off his friends and family lives.
I'm telling you, you think I'm joking, man. It is. She is not lying.
Oh
That is a
Lord.
Tyler Perry ad, man. It should not be called BET Plus.
Anyway, congrats, Tyler. You bought BET. So now maybe we don't have to watch Baby Boy every weekend. Can we get a different movie, Tyler, please?
Hey man, I ain't gonna lie. It was a point, man. They used to play Baby Boy every
Baby
Saturday.
boy was every. I'm telling. Can we
Couple
please
years
find
ago,
a
man, they used to play Baby Boy. I'm talking about every, but they still do it though, Mike. They find a movie and they play that movie all weekend
Can we
long.
get a different? Play the Wood. I never seen the Wood. Play that for the weekend. I might sit around
No,
and
my
watch it.
brother. One day they had Tyler Perry, the Family That Prays on BET. Then you
Ugh,
go to VH1, they had what was it? Tyler Perry Family Reunion on that one. I was like, man, I'm like, if it ain't one of his movies on the weekend, it's some movie that they gonna play Friday night, Saturday, and all Sunday.
I guess.
That's why I watch YouTube. I really don't watch a lot of TV.
Uh,
I watch YouTube. YouTube is new television.
yeah. Anyway, we ain't come here to talk about Tyler Perry.
Now let's get off of him.
Congrats, you got BT. You know, it's officially back black owned. So look, and you know what? I hope he does something too. I hope he does something with it and turn it around and really make it something that that black people can be proud of. All right. I'm just saying. So she said, I just want you to watch The Woods. You know, they played that movie a lot. Just
They did.
all right. I'm gonna watch. I tell you what, I'm gonna try to watch it over the weekend. I'm gonna watch The Woods.
Wood is a good movie, man. The Wood is a good movie. It's a
Yeah.
good movie. They started when they was little on up to
Hmm.
adulthood.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna have to check it out. So listen, guys. Let me ask you a question. Um. Well, now actually, it's not a question. This is more of an observation. Actually, I think the better to best illustrate this. Um. Let me. One of our viewers, Miss Jackie, she sent this to me the other day, and I'm going to play it and let you guys see it here. Let me get it. Let me get it queued up.
You trapped out over there, ain't you?
Pay no attention to the music in the background. What are you doing? You can hear that? I hope they don't ban us on Facebook because of that's playing in the background. Okay, so let me share my screen here. Which one is it? Okay, is this? Okay. All right. So,
Brother Eddie, what's good, my dude?
Eddie, what up, Eddie? Appreciate you, man. So I was sent this video, and I'm going to play it here for you guys. Let me bring it into the stream. Boop. Look at that magic.
Oh yeah, this gonna get crazy.
Yeah. So let's play this real quick. Now, it might be some language in here, so be mindful.
She did. I don't want to hear. She did. She called us a nigger. I don't care. She definitely called us a nigger. She definitely did. That's disrespectful. To me and your kind, you can call me what you want, but you don't call me no nigger. You don't call me no nigger. You don't call me no nigger. You can call me what you want to call me, but you don't call me no nigger. I don't give a fuck. Especially coming from your kind. You don't call nobody no nigger. Bitch! No, you're not sorry, bitch. Say nigger again. Say nigger again. Say it again, bitch. Say it again, bitch. Say it again. Say it again. Say it again. Who's the nigger now? Who's the nigger now? Bitch, who's the nigger?
So I was sent this video. No, no, no caption or anything attached to it. I was just sent the video. Were y'all able to see that? Because I think this little screen here was kind of in the way here.
No,
I'm
they
like,
can see. They can see it.
I
They
mean,
they
but
they saw what's happened.
you all got the gist of it.
Mm-hmm.
And so apparently, the young lady who was mostly on the floor called, if not one, both of the individuals the N word. Um, I don't want y'all to take this the wrong way, but I need y'all to stop with all this fake outrage. Like, for real, for real. I need you. I need you to stop with the fake outrage because it makes us look stupid. And this is just in my humble opinion. Eddie, if you have a point of view, man, please chime in. But and I'm gonna get to that in a minute, Elena. But yeah, this is yeah, this it's too much off a word. It's not what they call you; it's how you respond to it. In my opinion, I appreciate that. Uh so look, we all know that the N word was a word that was created out of ignorance. It was created out of arrogance. It was created to to insult, to put down, to demean, to undermine, to do all of those things for an entire demographic of people, right? We understand the origin of the word. Fast forward some years, and we have actually gone and said that we have taken this word and we are now using it as a term of endearment, right? And now we use it as a term of endearment. That's my nigga right there. It's my guy. It's my dude. I mean, we use it in our everyday lexicon. And we have proclaimed that we have taken this word and we have taken the power away from this word. We did that. We took this word and we flipped it, and it's now a term of endearment, and we've taken the power away from this word. That is the biggest pile of BS that I have ever heard in my life. And we have fooled ourselves into thinking that we have taken the power of this word, and we haven't. And you know how I know we haven't did it? Because of reactions like that. That's how I know. When I see guys slapping other guys with cans of twisted tea waiting at the line at the gas station. When I see older men fighting at the Waffle House or the Pancake House or whatever house it was, it shows and it proves to me that this word is just as powerful as it's ever been. And we have done nothing to take the power away from it. If anything, I think we give it more power. There's no way in the world, and Elena said it best, off of a word, you're going to now risk going to jail because of battery and assault, because of something that somebody called you. If that word didn't have any power, it wouldn't cause you to act, it wouldn't cause you to flip out like that. I thought sticks and stones couldn't break our bones, people. So what is it with this word? The very word that we say, oh, this word, it does, oh, no. We've taken the power from this word, and it doesn't have the same effect on us like it used to. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. You are lying to yourself. And I am so sick of all this fake outrage. Oh, he called me a nigger. Well, gee. It's not like it's not a word that we don't use every day. If we're going to be completely honest, whether it's a term of endearment or if it's us really not liking something that somebody did. There was this joke that this guy told, and he was talking about, if I'm gonna be a nigga, I'd rather be that nigga than this nigga. He was like, because when you that nigga, people always refer to you in a positive way. Like, that nigga is somebody. That nigga going places. That nigga's gonna do something great. He said, when you this nigga, it's always a bad thing. You go out to the clubs, you pick up your boys, you go, and then y'all coming right back. And everybody's like, why y'all back so early? Oh, because this nigga forgot his ID. So it's like, if you don't be one, be that one, don't be this one. But we even use the term ourselves in negative connotations. Honestly, we use it in the same way that they used it on us. But then no, we took the power of it, and now we use the words we use the word in our everyday language. It's in our music. It's in our literature. It's everything that we do, and we want to get mad when other people use that word. I'm tired of the fake outrage, people. Stop it. Because if you really wanted to take power away from this word, you wouldn't use it. What? Nigga Head Mountain, they named that place because the floor. I've never heard of that. What? I've never heard of that. I ain't never heard of that. What'd you say? Dark skinned players, some whites will call Nig Clark, Nig Rose, Nig.
I'll be back, Mike. Give me a minute.
Okay. Nig Williams, Grand Staff are examples of all people. I mean, it's crazy. I don't understand. I mean, we've called each other ninjas since slavery. Pro ball players and musicians use the name as an actual name. Yes. I mean, I don't understand our way of thinking. I don't get it. And y'all help me. You guys help me. Because every time I see stuff like that happens, I just be thinking like, really? You just want an excuse to fight somebody. You want an excuse for like we be waiting. We're waiting for somebody to say the N-word so we can be outraged by it.
Wait for a white man so we can knock him out, Mike.
Waiting for him to say, okay, that person just called me a nigga and I'm upset and I'm mad. And then go home, and on your way home, this nigga just cut me off.
But you know what, Mike? That's a universal. That's like a invisible universal thing that I get what you're saying.
I can't get with that. I can't get with that invisible universal thing, bro.
But it's here though, Mike. I mean, I get what you're saying, Mike, but it's here though. Even some white folks understand that you can't walk around calling black folks niggers. I mean, no matter how much I get everything you're saying right now. I get everything you're saying, but we still cannot leave out that that's just how it is, Mike. And yeah, it's fake outrage because a white person call you a nigga. The first thing you're gonna do is gonna try to take their head off, just like what them girls did. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know why. Hold on, Mike.
Mm-hmm. Look, I get all of that. But my question is, why hold on to the word at all?
Because y'all niggas don't know how to let it go.
If this if this word is so painful, if it brings up such feelings of hurt and distrust and all these emotions, why do we even allow the word to exist? Why? That's like saying, that's like, what that's like saying? That's like saying I'm taking the word murder and I'm gonna use it as a good thing.
Oh, I murdered that.
Man, I murdered that right there. It just sounds so weird.
Hey,
It's like, what? Why would you even want to? Why? Why do we even want to use it?
I'm gonna be honest. I'm not even gonna sit there and be a hypocrite. I use the word nigga. I do.
All the time.
Nigga. I use the word nigga.
No, stop it. Stop it. That ain't nothing but
Don't say nigga.
phonetics. Stop it. That ain't nothing
I
but
say
phonetics.
nigga.
I
My
look.
nigga.
No.
You
I don't.
nigga.
I use
That
a
nigga
hard
is
when I want
crazy.
to. When I want to, I'm
You
throwing hard R's. Like,
You know what?
listen, I'm throwing a hard R in a minute.
You Bill Bixby, huh?
I'm
You know Bill
Bixby up in
Bixby?
this piece. Don't get me angry.
Not Bill. What's his name? The one Dave Chappelle, the blind. You remember?
The blind white supremacist.
Yeah.
I forget his name, but I know you. Listen, I'm throwing hard R's. That's
Nigga say he throwing hard R's.
That's how I get down. But I'm just saying, it's like I don't. Said, don't be fooled. Don't you call? Listen.
I mean, seriously. But all jokes aside, though, Mike, you have a valid point, Mike. But even the white folks know, man, you can't walk around calling black folks niggas.
But I think we use that.
But Mike, this generation, your son generation, your son's generation, is where it started. It started generating for your sons now. They let their little white friends and Latino friends and whatever else friends use the N word.
Let me tell you this. I don't know what
towards them.
I don't know what it is about because for those of y'all that don't know, I am a gamer. I enjoy my video games. And if you play video games nowadays, you know that there is an online element to it where you can play with people, you play with your friends online. You know, since it ain't couch co-op anymore, ain't nobody going hanging out at people's houses, you know, you can still play the games with your friends online, and you can get online parties like Discord and stuff, and all of y'all can be in there conversating while you playing the game. It is something about teenage and or young adult males when they get together and different races, cultures, and creeds, they become the most racist individuals ever. And they're friends.
And
they're friends.
Mike, I keep trying to tell you, it's gonna take your son's generation, and I say the generation a couple years ahead of them to change this world. Because they have been raised up to not see what we was raised up to see color. Let's be real, Mike. A lot of us grew up in predominantly all black neighborhoods. A lot of us went to all black schools. A lot of us, even though we got older, a lot of us worked with all black folks. So we grew up somewhat segregated in Chicago. People don't know. That's why that F-57 is out there. F-57 out there right now.
Oh, I
know. Because Daly wanted to divide us from the white folks. That's why the F-57 right there. But what I'm saying is, it's going to take their generation to really change this world. Our generation ain't going to change this world because your kids are growing up where they're growing up colorblind. They're growing up to get to know people for who they are, not for the color of their skin.
Dude, it is amazing to me. And here's the crazy thing. They invite me to their online parties. Like they're like my boys, they're friends. Be like, Mr. Wilder, you want to join? And I'm like, why am I here? And I'm sitting up there and I'm listening, you know, because I'm trying not to be that dad that's like, hey, don't say that. Hey, don't, you know, like I let them be what they would be if I wasn't there. You know what I'm saying?
I get
and so I sit there and I'm listening to them, and it's like, and they have friends of all different races, and like they have Hispanic friends and white friends. Like one of their white friends, it's so funny to me how he'll do something and they'll be like, and they'll be like, Jonathan, you a nigga for that. And everybody just cracks up laughing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and then he'll be like, that has to be racist. And they be like, nope, it's not, because that's what you're acting like. And they go on. He'll say some stuff and they be cracking some of the just the most heinous like
because
racist
it's not
dad
about color.
jokes.
It's not about color with them.
Dude,
They don't see that mess, Mike, and that's
it
a
is
good thing.
it is insane. I remember one time I was in the party and we all chilling. And one of their friends came in. He was like, "What's up, y'all?" And one of their white guys was like, "Oh my god, who let this vine swinger in the party?" And everybody cracked up laughing. I even hate the fact that I laughed, but it's just like they like if you're gonna really say that that the power of that word, like if anybody really don't have is not affected by that word, I'm almost inclined to believe that it is this generation because it's just like they like, what's the problem? We don't get
They
it.
don't care, Mike, and that's like I said, their generation is what is the generation that's going to change this world.
Yeah,
They're going to because they don't see all that. They don't see when Mo and Gabe is meeting folks, they're not just meeting just all black folks. They're not going to school with just all black folks. That's what these kids are doing now. A lot of kids are being raised. Kennedy go to school with nothing but essays,
I know,
and she cool
but
with all of them. And to
I
the point where
wonder.
Kendi wants to go to a college where it's diverse in races. She
Yeah,
don't want to go to just the all. I'm trying to get her to go to Spelman. She
I'm not
don't want
trying
to
to
go
do
to
that.
all black college. Yeah, I
No,
want her to go to Spelman. I do. But she don't want to do that. Kendi wants to go to a college where there's all races because that's what she's used to now. She
yeah,
used to being raised up around all these kids don't see that. And that is the most beautiful thing in the world.
but
I
but
love it.
but is it a bad thing? Because I like on one side of the coin, I think it's a little pretentious of us to be like, you said that right, and then we turn right around and use it on each other.
Yeah, we
But
hypocrites.
then it's a little hypocritical.
Yeah, it
But
is. It's a lot
then
of hypocritical, Mike.
but then you have this generation that's coming up now, and I listen to how they talk to each other, and I'm just like, should they be that comfortable with each other to say those things that they say? And I mean, and literally, I'm telling you, there is literally like no. Well, I can't say for sure, but just from the tone of the conversation, it's like it's no malice. It's just them
No.
saying just
Yeah.
some
Of
outlandish
course
stuff.
they
I'm
might
like,
have this. Of course they might have disagreements, Mike. I mean that's anything with friends, but the best part about it is they 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 get to know each other for who they are,
yeah.
not for the color of their skin. And that's the best thing about it.
I'll also say that you got to watch folks because I witnessed long ago that white folks will try you and they'll say nigger and look around for a response, and if nothing happens, they'll continue to use the word.
Oh no,
Just
somebody did that to me years ago. I was doing what's that called? Tracking searching for a bill collection agency downtown. And the
mm-hmm.
white guy tried to pull it and I tried to take his head through a bathroom wall. So yeah, I didn't hear that happen to me, brother Eddie. And I took care of that real quick. And
That's
then I called
crazy.
and then I looked at Chris and said, come on, let's go, nigga, before we get in trouble. I did. I did, Mike. I did. Yes, I'm a hypocrite.
Wow.
I'm sorry, I
Sick,
did.
you're a hypocrite.
Yes, he was a drunk guy. Cost the building we worked in, 221 Northwest. We work right across the street from the old traffic. You know, you just got to do go traffic court at on this side. We work right across the street from it. Bond collection agency. That was Skip Tracer. I was the one that track you down and give your information to the bill collectors.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I did that back. That was back in what 93, 94.
There was also a video. Oh yeah, here we go. Let me see. I'm gonna share this with y'all because I found this to be hilarious when I first saw it. Um,
What?
this is how I feel. Some of them be wanting to be sometimes. Hold on. And I really oh, I like this video. Let me remove this. Okay, there we go. Uh, let me share this with you guys real quick. And you probably seen it
See.
because it had went viral for a minute. All right, peep this.
Yo, what's up, Ken?
What's up, man? How you doing?
I'm good, dude. I'm good. Yo, you got my money?
Oh, sorry, bro. I had to buy a new pair of rocker bottom shoes. I'll get money to you next week. Is that cool, dude?
Hell no, that ain't cool, dude. Where my money? I need my money right now.
You don't have to be talking to me like that.
Nigga. Hey, man. I don't know what's going on, but you need to have my money right now. Empty your pockets, get my money right now.
Well, I thought we were cool. Why are you tripping?
Nigga.
You know what, Mike?
Hey, dude, forget that. If you don't have my money right now, I'm gonna put 3 hot ones in you right now, dude. Where my money at?
Now you threatening me?
Nigga!
Please.
Man, forget that, dude. You need to
Listen,
Nigga.
you'll get your money next week,
Nigga.
so quit acting like a bitch ass.
Nigga. Nigga.
Thanks, man. You my.
Nigga.
Yo, I thought that was clever when I first saw it. Oh
Crazy,
my
dude.
god,
You crazy.
man! Look, what we got in the comments here? Let's see. I agree. They said I agree and disagree. Our kids dealing with non-interpersonal conversation that is online based. Non-interpersonal online conversation makes our kids and their peers feel safe until they are face to face with the real use of nigger by cops, official and enemies, and they are disarmed by this, and the feelings make them challenge it aggressively. And that's definitely a worry because they don't understand, the way they do it. They use it in such a lackadaisical or such a laid back way that when actual hate is introduced in the conversation, they may not recognize it.
That's when you come in time, but that's when you come in play, Mike,
Yeah, and they'll
because
challenge
it's
it
up to you
because
to.
yeah,
Hmm.
no, you're right, and the result can lead to
It's up.
death.
Yeah.
Yep, when they haven't been taught that there's a difference between online jocular humor and real life racism. Absolutely. So there is a responsibility
Yeah.
with us as parents, with our kids growing up in we would like what I would like to believe is a society that's less concerned with color, although we know that's not necessarily true.
But they
You
still have
know,
to deal with our generation
they still have to deal with our
and
generation,
not and
whereas
a generation before us. So.
yeah, whereas their generation is kind of like, we don't get it,
Hmm.
and y'all tripping for nothing, So it's I I just think it's hypocritical of us to be so thrown off when people use the word towards us, when we use it so casually every day, and we use it in the way that the people who meant to insult us and to demean us, we use it in the same way when we're referring to each other, and then we want to get mad when other people do it. It's just that's like saying, do what I say, not as I do. Don't say the word. I know I say it, and I know I use it, and I can use it both in a positive and a negative way, but that don't mean that you should do it. It's like, the world don't work that way, man. I just wish that if we're going to honestly be upset about it, And if we really want to talk about taking power away from the word, why can we not start by eliminating the word from our vocabulary? Why can't we start by taking the word out of our, because we glorify the music, right? All that stuff, and we sit up and we enjoy it, and it's common. It's a word that's commonplace in our everyday conversation. And I just think I think that it would be in our best interest if we would just not use the word at all, instead of trying to say, I'm going to use it, but you can't use it because I don't want you to use it. I don't know if that makes sense. Everyone is not racist. However, racism is changing in this generation. The issues of race aren't being taught in schools, and let's not forget that people are taking their kids to racist events. There were kids in Charlottesville and every term. Yeah, I know. I mean, listen, we all know that racism is something that's
Yeah,
taught.
racism ain't gone nowhere, but
It's not. It's
I still believe that a lot of these young folks that's coming up now, they're not so stuck on race like we were,
Yeah,
because they're coming up with they're going to school with kids that's of different races and all that. But you still not you still got some racist parents that's gonna steal that in their kids. Don't get me
yeah,
wrong with that. Racism ain't going nowhere. Ain't going nowhere.
yeah. We still got a lot of work to do, man.
But
A lot of
and
work.
you as a parent, you have to, even though you know what's going on, you still instill in your sons that, to let them know that racism still exists, and everybody that call you nigga ain't calling you nigga because they like you.
Yeah, you're right, Eddie. I mean, we just got to arm them, because racism ain't just here in America. Go overseas.
Hmm.
It's crazy, man. I listen. I just want us as a people to just to just be better. Like this thing should be one. It should be one less thing that we. I think we put too much energy in this particular fight because there's so many other things that we can really be fighting about. And this is one of the things that we tend to to just hover around, man. And I'm like, make up your minds, people. It's either going to have power or it's not. And I just feel like we need to decide what we want to do with this word, and we need to do away with it. If it's a word that's so offensive that it's going to cause you to beat somebody down. I mean, you stomping a, you got on Crocs and you trying to
No, man, you get no, not she overdid it. It
she
wasn't that
got on
serious like
Crocs.
that.
You got on Crocs and you trying to stomp this lady out
Now,
because she
now
called you the
actually,
N word. It's
actually,
like,
you would have
come
gave
on.
one about a nice. I see you gave her a little nice two piece, but she now that wasn't
No,
called for. Now
no.
that wasn't called for. Now if she gave a two piece, like I was like, Mike, what's the argument? But that right there wasn't called for.
He said, I got a question. So Eddie got a question on his show yesterday about global racism and how America warps the idea of how blacks are perceived overseas, and we are seen as thugs and niggas and criminals, and it's why Egyptians, Libyans, Moroccans, and etc. don't claim Africans. It's deep. I mean,
You're
look,
right, Eddie.
it's it's real deep, man. I mean, this,
That's
you
why
know,
Africans come over here, man, and cause I knew a couple African, a couple Nigerians, and they, the people over there tell them don't mess with us,
yeah,
especially the ones that's coming over to go to school and make a better life for themselves. They no don't no you don't mess with the blacks over there. They are not our brothers.
yeah. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's sometimes it almost seems like a daunting task when you look at trying to get to the root of the problem and how to fix it, because it's so many layers. And I think it's that many layers because for years, things have just been covered, they've been overlooked, they've been passed over. And it's things that's just, that's just not discussed. And it's like, we have to start talking about these things.
That's
And
why we here, Mike.
yeah,
If don't nobody else talk about it, we gonna talk about it, doggone it.
we got to start talking about these things and finding ways to, to peel through all the layers. And it's
Yes.
not something that's going to be done overnight. Like, this is a lot of the issues that we have are generational issues, and they probably won't go away for the next couple of generations, but that's only if we start working on those things now.
But we
you
gotta come
know
together first as a people,
you
though,
got
Mike.
we got to come together, and I'm gonna tell you the best way that we can do it is just individual practices. you know I need to stop, and this is because I use the word liberally. I'm not gonna play like I don't, because I do.
That's why I'm saying I can't be a hypocrite.
It's fun.
I use it on a daily
And I'm
basis.
gonna be honest with you because it's funny to me. I
I
don't
use it
know.
in a loving way, a
I
mean way, a
I
joking way.
I use it in every. I use it in every way possible, and I hate I do. I mean, do I really? I probably don't. But
Nah.
the fact of the matter is, like, I use it a lot, and I think that's why I don't get so upset, because I look at it this way: how am I going to react to something that I say has no power over me? Because if I end up slapping somebody and beating somebody half to death because of something that they called me, that means that word got more power than I thought it did.
Yeah, that wasn't called for.
You know what I mean? And
That wasn't called for.
and that's why I say that sometimes this outrage is just an excuse.
It is,
She
Mike. It's
she
all
she called me a nigger.
85% of it is an excuse to whoop up on a white person.
Yeah,
Trust me.
they called me a nigger. Like, really? That's what they did. They called you a nigger. Okay, all right. If that's what you say, I don't have an issue with the word because I understand historically why we use it. If we were taught why our families use it, we would not see ourselves as hypocrites. Interesting.
Oh wow.
Interesting. I like
Eddie
that.
become with this. Eddie become with the knowledge, man.
I like that
I
take.
never looked at it like that.
Yeah.
Put that back up.
It's good stuff, man.
We not see ourselves as hypocrites. Okay.
Maybe it's not hypocritical. I mean, and maybe it is justified outrage. Maybe it's just years of pent up aggression about, being
Hey
called it,
man,
being called that word.
our folks got called that word and couldn't do a doggone thing about it.
Couldn't do nothing about it.
So
Like,
guess what?
and I'm gonna tell you, and I'm gonna be totally honest with you. There are sometimes I watch some things on TV, and like I've been watching The Godfather of Harlem, and I look at how those Italians were towards Bumpy Johnson. I'm like, this dude is making y'all money, and y'all still look at him as just another nigga on the street.
Yeah.
And they called him that. It was like, and when he was trying to team up with someone, it was like, look, man, we can make this money. They was like, look, Bumpy, you cool and everything, but I don't work with niggas. That was their response. And I generally got pissed off about that.
But
I was like, really?
Yeah.
But I don't think I was pissed off that they called him a nigga. I think I was mad at the fact that this man is making y'all money and you just don't want to work with him because he black. It's like, you little
The
spaghetti.
Godfather, in the Godfather movie, Godfather 1, but they was talking about heroin. The guy said, keep it out of neighborhoods. Push it up in Harlem. Let the moolies kill themselves over it.
Yeah.
So that's just how it is, man. That's just, I mean, racism is,
The history of Bumpy is so moving. He was a real dude that used his practices to try to help his people.
He did.
Yeah, he did. He did.
King of Harlem.
Man, look, this Godfather Harlem got me intrigued. I was like, man, I may need to read more up on him, man. But it was some
Bumpy
crazy
Johnson.
stuff. It was crazy stuff, man. But yeah, listen, I just want us to do better.
Yeah.
I want us to be the best that we can be, because it's so we have so much potential and power and greatness within us, and other folks see it because they monetize it all the time. They take what we create and they put their names on it, and price tags on it, and they get paid from our ideas, from our creativity. I once heard somebody say that they want our rhythm, but they don't want our blues, and they
No.
and they and they don't. And so it's like we are so much more than that word. And I just don't want us to be so hung up on that one word where it every time somebody say it, for some reason it sets us back 400 years, because it doesn't have to. You more than that word. You're better than that word. And you know how you know? Look around you. Look at your family. Look at your community. Look at who you are as a person. That one word doesn't define you. So
It
why
doesn't.
why would you let it get to you so bad that it's just rah, 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 outrage, kill, destroy? Because you're saying that. It's like, come on, y'all.
But like you said, Mike, we got to start. We got to start ourselves.
We gotta start ourselves, man. I'm just saying. Listen. Hopefully, you guys had a great Father's Day. This past last weekend. My
My Father's
father.
Day start tomorrow.
What you mean your Father's Day start tomorrow?
Going to the Sunday. I'm going to the Big Three. I told you I'm going to the Ice Cube Big Three at the United Center Sunday.
Man, Father's Day was last weekend, Phil. What you talking about?
Yeah, but they got us tickets for the Big Three for Father's Day, and it's Sunday.
Oh, okay. That was your Father's Day gift. That's what's up.
I eat. We going limousine, Carol Boss
Yeah.
Moves.
Y'all doing it up, man. Y'all, this is big
Yeah,
time, man. So, but I hope all my fellas. I hope y'all had a great Father's Day. I hope y'all got more than draws and draws and socks. Oh, speaking of which, Eddie, look, I got no for real. So, my boys got me this. I don't know if y'all can see it. This is a hardcover book, and it's the anatomy of a metahuman, and it's basically a comic book, but it's dope because it's written from the perspective of Bruce Wayne, and he it's like key characters that he analyzes and try to understand like their powers and their abilities and all that stuff, and it's real dope. And he wrote it as a contingency plan in the event that if something kick off, then we know how to take care of these dudes, right? And they also got me the Marvel encyclopedia. This thing is about that thick, and it probably weighs close to 10 pounds. And it has about 1,200 characters in it from A to Z.
man.
It talks about the factions, their origins, and all that stuff. And they got me, see this? This is a
What is that, man?
popcorn bucket. It's a
Mike.
pop. Look, yo, this is so dope. Look.
Christ.
Let me show you. Hold on. Dude, I live for stuff like this, man. So I'm a big Transformers stuff. I'm big on Transformers, right? So this is actually a popcorn bucket. So you flip his lid like that, and you put the popcorn in there, and then it actually lights up and everything too, like that. Ooh, look at him. See
Yeah,
his
you a
eyes.
big. Yeah, you a big kid, Mike.
Yeah.
Man, look at you, man.
So they hooked me up, man, and of course, they took me out for ice cream, and we had a good dinner. So, man, it was great, man. I had a good Father's Day, and I
Yeah, Father's Day
appreciate
was
them.
great though.
Hot Father's Day was real good. Yeah, Eddie, they spoiled me, man. I appreciate them. We still told them we'll do a comic book episode. Yes, please do a comic book episode. I'm there because we'll definitely have a good time with that. But that Marvel one though, oh my god, that thing is nice. Like I said, that boy got to be about that thick, and it's heavy as all get out. And we was going through it the other day, like, man, who is this guy? Who is this? Who is this? It was crazy. But look, I hope you had a great Father's Day. And listen, find something to do this weekend with your family. If you ain't got nothing else to do, man, just go out and even if you don't go out, man, just do something. Just hang out, talk to them, love on them a little bit this weekend. Because sometimes our lives get so busy where we forget to do that. Hug your kids a little bit longer this weekend. You know what I'm saying? Hug your wife a little bit, rub her feet, let her know you love her. You understand what I'm saying? I mean,
Be
just
safe.
please be safe. Be safe. Oh, listen, I know some of y'all don't know this, but we do some stuff with puppets for the kids and everything, and we're about to relaunch our puppet ministry, which is called No Strings Attached, and we're having a puppet festival in September. We haven't got everything locked together yet, so we're still solidifying like the guests and some other things. And once all of that's been solid, I'll make sure I get that. I'll make sure I get that information out to you guys. We're gonna have a good time, man. I believe that laughter. I promise to God, I believe that laughter is healing for the soul, man. I do. I believe that it is true healing for the soul, and so we're the shows that we do. We try to make it appealing to not only the kids but to the adults, and everybody come out and they have a good time. And we're just excited for the relaunch of it, and it's gonna be good. So just be looking out for that. And that's pretty much it, man, for us on this weekend. Listen, 6 years in, y'all. We appreciate y'all. We love y'all, and we appreciate the support. And if the Lord say the same, we're gonna keep this thing going until the wheels fall off. And when the wheels fall off, we're gonna walk. You understand what I'm saying? So that's how we get down. But man, look, I appreciate y'all, brother Eddie. I appreciate you, all the support that you give, and everybody that gives support to the show, whether you watch it live or go back and watch it later. We appreciate each and every last one of you. We do not take it for granted. Anything before we head out, Phil?
Not at all.
We good? All
Great
right.
episode. Great
So
episode.
yes, very good, man. So listen, like, tag, and share this video, please, if you don't mind. We appreciate y'all. Like, tag, and share, and
Yes.
that is going to be it for us. And listen, if the Lord say the same, we will meet back here next week at the same time with some more great conversation. So on behalf of Mr. Hines and myself, until we talk again, my friends, y'all get 2 fingers to the side. Make sure you holler at your boys because we out.
Peace.